Due to recent shootings, there has been an increase in demand for stricter laws regarding gun control. President Obama, one of the leading supporters of increased gun control, has been trying to create laws that require background checks to buy guns and banning military-style assault rifles and high-capacity magazines. Some of the main arguments for more gun control include more guns mean more murderers. People already have too many guns. Nobody needs their own assault rifle, etc.
Here's what we've got to do. We have to tell Congress it's time to require a background check for anyone who wants to buy a gun so that people who are dangerous to themselves and others cannot get their hands on a gun. Let's make that happen. We have to tell Congress it's time to crack down on gun trafficking so that folks will think twice before buying a gun as part of a scheme to arm someone who won't pass a background check. Let's get that done. We have to tell Congress it's time to restore the ban on military-style assault weapons and a 10-round limit for magazines to make it harder for a gunman to fire 154 bullets into his victims in less than 5 minutes. Let's put that to a vote.
On the other side of the argument, people who are against gun control say that it violates their Second Amendment right to bear arms. Although technically bearing arms can be determined as either just having a militia or all the way up to having whatever type of weapon you want. It's really open to interpretation. And their other main argument is that people need guns in order to defend themselves.
And now, we must turn to the issue of gun violence in America today. Because the latest mass shootings in Aurora, Colorado, and Newtown, Connecticut leave us all, liberal and conservative, Republican and Democrat, appalled and disgusted at the carnage. Now, some people, and that includes many of you in this room tonight, want to place the blame for this horror on things like 30-round magazines or semi-automatic rifles. We want to blame something, anything that we can control. But what we really want to ban is violence and murder and insanity. And we don't talk about that, though, because deep in our hearts, each of us knows that violence and murder and insanity are built into the human condition and likely always will be. You know, there are two kinds of animals in this world, predators and prey. No one watches a leopard chase down a gazelle and denies that the gazelle has a right to use its hooves and horns to protect itself from the predator. But there are people in this room tonight and all across the country who would deny that same right to self-defense to other human beings. Such people seem to think that the way to stop the leopard is to cut the horns off of the gazelle, that by somehow making it easier for the predator will simply go away. My friends, this is insane.
Now to help us shed some light on the issue, we interviewed Army veteran Jonathan Wisnant.
Should we have more gun laws? Yes.
Okay, so do you think stricter gun laws would create less crime?
No.
You don't think so?
No.
Why is that?
Because the people who are committing crimes have no respect for laws in the first place. However, if you do look, murder rates are at an all-time low.
What do you think would be a good solution to this problem? High crimes.
Of high crimes,
Shootings.
remove poverty.
Okay. Are you a gun owner?
Yes.
Would you be upset if the government took your gun from you?
Yes, they can't have it. Technically speaking, I mean, if the government's going to come and take your guns from you, in today's atmosphere, that's a very invalid question because there's no way to combat the government.
So in conclusion, Obama really has no authority to pass these laws anyway because he's the executive branch, not the legislative branch. And people do have the right to bear arms, although it is open to interpretation, so it can go both ways. But I feel like they're going about this the wrong way. If they could just... The key is to make people stop committing crimes by eliminating poverty, like Jonathan Wisnat said. Thanks for your time.